Alright, today we're out with the IMI Systems 9mm, 124 grain plus P. Doing a little bit of a different format here, more of an infield review. Hopefully the rain holds off. So we're going to shoot this through the ballistics gel with one layer of fleece and one layer of denim. I got a new block, so it's nice and clear. We're using the old block here as a backer, so hopefully the bullet's going through gel the entire way. You can see what that does. There's no velocity listed on the box. I'll look that up later and put it in the notes, along with the averages and the energy and all the stuff I normally do. This looks to be the same type of bullet as the 115 grain that I tested that did not do well. It's a little heavier, but it seems to be kind of the same die cut style, where it's basically a very, very small hollow point opening here. And they're calling it black dot, which so far the only thing I can tell the black dot is a spot of paint on the end, but we will see. If I had to guess, it's probably a marketing thing. Spear has gold dot, IMI has black dot, but we'll take a shot at it and see how it does. Alright, piece of brass there. Alright, so the round went in, as you guys could see. Looks like it did expand, from what I can see in there. That's actually pretty good, it looks like. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut that bullet out, and we'll flip back and get you guys some weights in a second. Alright, got the bullet out, taking a look at it here. Alright, it did actually mushroom, so this is significantly better performance than the 115 grain version of this bullet. Didn't get clogged up. It's the same test gun, the FN 509 midsize, as I used with the other round. It expanded. It did, as you can guys kind of see, it did fall apart a bit. There is bits of jacket kind of spread throughout the track here. I'll measure it to get you guys an exact measurement. It looks like it went about 13 inches in, which isn't bad. But expansion looks good. Let's give it a measure here. So it looks like our 9mm is up to 0.646. So 0.646, which is pretty good. Get a weight on it. So it started at 124 grains and it's down to 118.8. So it did come apart and it did lose a bit, which is something that we have not seen out of some of the other 9mm rounds, like the federal rounds that we tested, held together better and also expanded. So my verdict right now, at least for this ammo, is that it is significantly better than the 115. If you're buying IMI or you want to buy it in bulk, buy the 124 grain plus P. It did good out of a carry gun. While probably round for round not as good as something like Federal, it's still pretty good and you can buy a bunch of it. So I'm going to do some chronograph. We had to go out of the field because it started just fucking pouring. Anyways, so rounding up my final thoughts on the IMI Black Dot 124 grain plus P, I was pleasantly surprised this ammo did as well as it did. I think you guys could probably pick up that I was not super hopeful up front with the review based on how the 115 grain did, but it came out great. Well, pretty good. The bullet did fall apart a little bit and lose a little bit of weight. So overall, I would say on a round for round basis, I would rather still have something like the Federal or the Hornady loads, because those rounds don't tend to fall apart like this bullet did with your jacket separation and losing a little bit of weight. That being said, these rounds are substantially cheaper than something like the Hornady or the Federal. You can buy them in a box of 50 and stocking up on them a lot easier than the other stuff, unless you happen to be out of money, which most of us aren't. So if you're looking for just a good, general self-defense round that you can buy a lot of comparatively, I would really look at these. These, like I said, really surprised me with their performance. So hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you guys like it a little more than the negative one I did on the 115 grain. If you thought it was helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks.